Hello there. Um, Now I've got a film I'd like to talk about here, which is another favourite of mine, and it was made quite a long time ago. 1957, I believe it was made. 1957, and this film stars Grant Williams and Randy Stewart, and this is the Spanish version of The Incredible Shrinking Man. Now, I must point out, when I bought this, I thought I was getting the proper, genuine version, Blu-ray, of The Incredible Shrinking Man. But, as it turns out, since this is from Spain, and you've got to be very careful when you order Blu-rays from Spain, Spanish releases, because some of them are actually bootleg copies. And this is one of them. I kept it because the quality of the film is still really good. Like, you couldn't tell it was a bootleg, really. There's only one thing on the disc that can possibly tell you it's a bootleg, apart from the disc itself, which, when you look at the disc, you can tell it's a bootleg because it's on one of them BDRs with the black surface, you know. So it's a recordable Blu-ray disc, basically. Someone's put in a computer or whatever and burned the film onto it and printed the label on the other side out. It's pretty good quality though. I mean, it's not paper or anything. It's proper shiny and plasticky type print. It's proper like a professional job, you know. But it's not the genuine version. The genuine version has since been released here in the UK, but I'm gonna get that version eventually. Because the one thing I don't like about this version, apart from it being a bootleg, is the fact that it's slightly censored in one scene. There's a scene where the Incredible Shrinking Man there's a scene where he's attacking it, he's trying to defend himself from a spider, and he tries to kill it, and he sticks something in the spider. Sorry if this is a spoiler, if you haven't seen it, I do apologise. He sticks something in the spider, and that scene's just cut. Like, a big piece of the scene's hacked out where he sticks something in the spider, because the spider starts to bleed and it goes all over him and everything. But anyway, apart from this being a bootleg, it's still a really good film. It's an excellent film, actually. It's in black and white, and it's basically about this guy called Scott Carey, who one day, I think he's on vacation with his wife on a boat out in the ocean somewhere, in the middle of the ocean, and they're both sunbathing, I think, on the outside of the boat, if I can get it out right. Him and his wife, and then his wife, they see this sort of like mist coming towards their boat, and I think his wife goes back inside the boat, so she's inside the boat, out the way of the mist, where meantime Scott Carey is still outside on the boats, you know, sitting watching the mist getting closer and closer, until the mist totally comes on top of him and passes over him, and he's covered in all this wet stuff off the mist. And fast forward a little bit, and he starts noticing day by day that suddenly his clothes are not fitting well. His shirt seems too big and stuff, and his trousers are too big. His pants are falling down. He seems to be getting smaller, basically. And he goes to see the doctor, and the doctor does some x-rays and stuff, and goes back a few days later and stuff, and they compare the x-rays from a few days ago or a few weeks or whatever it is, and you can see that on the x-rays he's visibly got smaller. He shrunk. So basically he's starting to shrink, and he can't think why. And I think at some point in the film he does sort of put two and two together. I think it's why I didn't watch this recently, so I'm using my memory skills here from when I last watched it. But I think he does eventually put two and two together, that there might have been something in the mist that caused him to start shrinking. And there's some great sequences in this film when he keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller, you see, until he's no bigger than about this size or something, like small, even smaller, about this size. And he ends up getting lost in the basement of his house, and he nearly drowns when there's a water leak, and it's like a tidal wave to him. It's like he's out in the sea and everything, and he has to sort of survive, use his survival skills to find food and stuff down in the basement, and he's like hacking off bits of cheese from a mouse trap and stuff, and he has to be careful the mouse trap doesn't come down on him and kill him, And like I say, he runs into a house spider, which is actually a tarantula they've used for the film. It's not actually a house spider. It must have been easier for them to film, with using a tarantula. And he has to do all sorts of clever things. Like there's this one bit in the film where he has to get across this massive gap, huge drop, and he's trying to climb across this piece of wood, which is stuck to the other side by some paint, and he's trying to go across it, but it keeps sort of like the thing's sort of like bending down, like it's coming away, the paint's giving way, and he starts to almost fall, and he's got to try and get across, and he uses like bits of string and metal and all sorts, like to get across and climb up shelves and walls and stuff. And there's another great scene where he's still in the house, upstairs in the house, and he's living in a doll house, sleeping in the doll's bed, and they've got a cat in the house, a family cat, and the cat keeps trying to get him inside the house, and it's trying to get its paws through the window and stuff, and eventually it sort of moves the house to one side a bit, and he's vulnerable, so he runs across the floor and tries to hide behind some table leg or something, and the cat's running after him. That's a really good scene, like great special effects considering when it was made in 1957, So this film it's got a really good performance by Grant Williams, who plays Scott Carey. He's gives an excellent performance in the main role, and the film really holds your attention well. It's really well shot and lit and everything, and the picture quality is really good on this Blu-ray actually, apart from that hacked scene with the spider. Yes, I highly recommend, if you like films like this with lots of special effects and stuff in black and white, I highly recommend this film because it's a really good one. It's really entertaining, and it's one you'll want to watch over and over again, I'm sure, if you like the film, because I certainly like it quite a bit. And like I say, I intend to get the UK version of this, but I'm a bit skint at the minute, so I'll have to wait till I get some money at some point. And the UK version's got a different cover. I think it's got a better cover than this one actually. It's got I think it's got him and the spider on the front when he's tackling the spider. So I've already showed you the disc. There's just the disc inside, no pamphlets or artwork or anything. And like I say, it's just a pity that this happens to be a bootleg copy. But it does have the menu and the scene access and everything. And the sound's in just in stereo, I believe. It's got what is it? It's got the English soundtrack, it's a Spanish soundtrack, and something else which I can't quite make out because the print is absolutely tiny. I don't know how to, maybe they see it on there. I don't know if you can see that on the sound here, if you're interested. But yeah, that's The Incredible Shrinking Man, the Spanish Blu-ray bootleg version that I bought off eBay a while ago. It wasn't cheap either, and and it turned out to be a bootleg. Bloody great, eh? Bloody marvellous. Just my sudden luck, eh? Anyway, I'd just like to thank everyone for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. But if you did not enjoy it, don't forget to give us a thumbs down. And if you did enjoy it, obviously give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to comment and subscribe if you've got anything you'd like to say to me or ask or anything. Or if you've got any comments about what you think of this film or anything. And if you've bought the UK version, I'd be interested to know what the transfer's like, because I don't know if there's a review online. I haven't seen one yet. Because on Blu-ray.com, when you look up films that are out in the UK, there's hardly any reviews for the UK Blu-rays on Blu-ray.com. It's just all the American reviews. And sometimes they're the same, like the discs are the same more or less, the quality and everything, because they're taken from the same masters. But sometimes there's exclusive ones come out in the UK, and it's very rare that they review them on Blu-ray.com. It's just the film and some information about the aspect ratio and the sound and stuff, but there's no actual review of the picture quality or anything. It's so frustrating, you know. But anyway, and don't forget to share this video if you can. If you don't mind doing that for us, I'd be very grateful. So thanks very much for watching, everyone, and I shall catch you on the next video. So bye for now. See you later.